What's up, Internet? Big J with Big J's Extreme Fitness. Happy 2017. If you hadn't heard that from me already, sorry that my videos are lagging. I've been extremely busy getting together a whole lot of cool stuff for you, but I wanted to take this moment. This idea has been in my head for months, actually years now, and I want to go ahead and do this video for you guys. This is basically, I've got my notes right here, so I'm sorry if I'm looking down here. I wanted to get all of these points. I've got 13 good points for you guys and gals, and basically it's how to become a representative or sponsored athlete in the fitness industry. I get this question all the time on my direct messages and sometimes on some of the videos, some of my social media posts. I get this question very frequently, and I want to help you guys and gals out because I've been doing this for 30-something years, and I've been a sponsored athlete for 20 plus years on and off with different companies, basically supplement companies, t-shirt companies, sunglasses companies, hat companies, you name it. I've been there and I've done that, and I've had a fantastic time, and I've learned a lot, and I want to hand that over to you guys. First point, first and foremost, if you've made that decision to try to work or be an ambassador or an employee for one of these fitness companies, you need to take a look at yourself, first and foremost, okay? Because you don't really fill out resumes anymore. Yes, you do, but your resume is mainly your social media. So first point I want to talk about is to clean up your social media posting, okay? If you have Twitter, Instagram, which is my favorite, all my information will be in the description box if you haven't followed me there already. Periscope, I can't even think of all the social medias. You guys know where you can find me, and you know where you can find yourself. Go through there and do a complete sweep, especially if you've never worked for a company. You really don't have that platform that you know, okay, this is a good post, that's a bad post. Start looking at some of these guys and gals that work for the companies and are higher up in their sales team or actually part of the company, and see what kind of posts that they're posting, and make sure that you know these companies want to know that you're a real person, okay? So make sure that there's some personal posts on there that you had a great time hunting with your dad or your son or your daughter. You went out to the races and had fun. But you look at some of the posts that are negative, and there's a lot of them out there. You got to make sure that you get rid of those, okay? If it's a post of a guy cutting somebody off and you were behind him and you took a picture of his license plate and you were shooting the bird and you were like, I can't believe this guy cut me off. I hate my life. That's kind of negative. I know that's an extreme example, but make sure that you get into that and go, that doesn't really have anything to do with me or going forward in my progression of this fitness industry. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. Go through there, clean all that stuff up. If you have half-naked pictures getting drunk and thrown up somewhere, that's probably not a good picture to keep on your media as well. So when you fill out a resume, you go to a company, they're going to say, okay, give me your social media tags. And you're like, let me get back to you. There's a problem. You need to clean it all up way before you go try to find a job with some of these larger companies, even some of the smaller companies. Everybody wants to have somebody that's going to help them move forward with their business and their platform. So go through, clean it all up, get rid of all the negativity, and keep all the positive stuff in there. Point number 2. Your headshot on your social media. There's a little circle on the top of your Instagram, little square on top of the Twitter. On your YouTube channel, there's a picture that basically shows what you're interested in, the people that are coming to see you. It's a catch, it's a hook, it's a hey, come look at this real quick. Make sure it's not just a bicep post. Make sure it's not a lat spread, but it doesn't show your body. Make sure that you're looking good, you're smiling, you're happy, you're flexing. If you're on stage, it's a good stage shot. Mine is my headshot from my face down to my arms crossing, and it's got gray hair and it says Big J on the hat because that's who I am. I'm not trying to be a roof builder and put a house on my headshot. I'm not trying to be a drag racer and put a hot rod on there. It's me. I'm the old guy that's been around for a while. I've got a couple muscles left. I'm still strong and intense. So that's the picture that I put up there. Some of you models, you may actually want to put one of your headshots from that or a full body picture. Some of you bodybuilders and physique competitors and powerlifters, maybe you're deadlifting thousands of pounds and you got that on there, squatting, whatever. So make sure that headshot, and I'm preaching to the choir. I know you guys know this, but I'm reiterating. Make sure that your headshot is very catchy, because when somebody scrolls through looking at their comments or when somebody's looking through to find somebody and it's a very catchy shot, they're going to click on it right away. Once you get that headshot established, you need to make sure that your bullet points on your social media tell exactly what you want them to know. If you're educated and degreed in the field of the fitness industry that you're looking for, you need to make sure that that's listed. The college that you went to, if you're, have certain amount of years of experience in this industry, you need to list that. If you own a business that is related to the fitness industry, you need to list that as well. Mine basically says U.S. Army veteran, owner of Big J's Extreme Fitness, established in '94, CEO of Big J's Extreme Supplements, and there's a couple of other bullets on there, but those bullets are basically to give you guys a resume when you slowly scroll through and go, hey, that's a cool comment. I'm going to go check this guy out, or he was mentioned in this post, and you go to my main page, it's like, wow, okay, he's crossing his arms, he's got some muscles, he's old, but when I start scrolling through, he's kind of strong. He's got some cool stuff on there. So make sure that those bullet points, if they don't scroll through your pictures, tell your story really quickly. It really is a quick resume that you're filling out to all people that are coming by. Point number 4. You want to go to a company to work for them, okay? You want to make sure that you're going to get paid for what you're doing. Am I right? Of course I'm right. But you want to take the right approach to working for a company, and the proper approach, in my opinion, because I've owned a supplement company for 3 years. I've owned a gym for 22 years. I've got 2 other companies that I own, and I actually have employees. And my first intuition, if I'm listening to somebody come to get a job for me, I'm not going to be very satisfied with someone coming up and saying, hey, how much do you guys pay? The first thing you need to ask from a company is, hey, how can I help you guys? What can I bring to the table? I've got 20,000 followers on this channel. I'm a YouTuber. I've done tons of collaborations. I'm a positive person. I own a gym. I'm competing right now. I have several clients that I train, etc. You know where I'm going with that. And say, okay, with that, how can I help you guys? Instead of, again, going, hey, I need a sponsorship. I need about $10,000 a month, and I want you guys to pay for this, that, and the other. The first thing they're going to do is say, okay, leave your name and we'll call you when we need you. Don't call us. So make sure that you're there to promote, that you're there to help them. You're not there to take their money, because they're throwing away literally thousands of dollars per second on advertising and expenses and trips and formulas and you name it. They're blowing money left and right. So when you go asking for money, they're going to say, we're already just blowing tons of money. How can you help us not spend so much money? How can you help us sell our product? So you get what I'm saying on there. Point number 5. The market is saturated, and this is not really a big point, but I did want to say the market is saturated with athletes and companies, okay? Make sure you know you're not the star in the sky. There's billions of stars in the sky. I don't care if you've got your IFBB Pro card and you have 150,000 followers, which, okay, that's a pretty good record. But if you have 20,000 followers, you got an IFBB Pro card, but you have never had a contract before, you've never represented anybody before, and all you have is pictures of your puppy and the grass growing and a picture of your fireplace, they're going to look at that and go, this person can't advertise for anything. They're a great person. They've got a good heart, but I'm sorry, ma'am, or I'm sorry, sir. We would like to see what your physique looks like, your competitions, if you're a competitor now, some of the positive remarks that you may or should have been making, and do you have a personal life besides the puppies and a fireplace? So I'm not knocking that at all. I'm just saying, if you guys are interested in getting hired by some of these larger corporations that are making multi-million dollars a year on selling product because of you guys buying the product and because of you guys selling the product, then you need to make sure that you're on fire going forward. Okay, I deadlifted 600 pounds today for 5 reps. Or, a girl that's squatting 225 for the first time. She was so excited and she was thankful for her followers and supporters and subscribers and her fans. It's just, you got to make sure that you're selling yourself, okay? So moving on to the next point. That was a good point, I believe, but moving on. Point number 7, make sure that you follow the instructions and directions and contract. You're not hired yet. Make sure that you know that you need to follow those instructions, okay? So if you're sitting down and they go, hey, we like your social media. Come on in for a meeting. Let's talk. Hey, you look good. Hey, let's move forward. Here's what the contract looks like. Take it home, look at it, and bring it back. Understand, if they say they want you to post something 3 times a day and you're only going to get paid an X amount of money and you can't deal with that, don't say, yeah, of course, I'll do that. And then the first week you're 3 behind and you're only supposed to post 3. You got to understand a contract. Make sure you know what's written in there. Make sure it's in black and white, and make sure that you understand that you have to do that. If you're supposed to be paid and you're supposed to do what they're telling you to do, you want to get paid. So you got to do what they tell you to do. Okay, that's very plain and simple. Again, make sure what the contract says that you can abide by. Point number 8: how you can stay on board. Okay, this falls in with each other. First and foremost, I'm sorry, I got to read these notes because I wanted to cover all of this. staying on with a company is being active throughout your social media by, okay, you're begging people to follow you with all these posts and pictures that you put up of yourself and of your product, but interact with these people, okay? When they go, hey, what do you think of the product? You got to believe in the product. Hey, I think it's great because, it really gets me wired for my workout if it's a pre-workout. Or, hey, it really satisfies me because it's a meal replacement product. Or I feel like I'm losing some body fat. So it's really doing well for me, and some of my friends and family that are taking it, they're getting great results as well. Be socially active on your social media, because that's the 70% of the people that are hired to work for these companies. That's why you're going to see them. There's only about 10% of the people that work for these companies that are actually at trade shows, or that actually go to the booths and go to the stores, okay? So make sure that you're socially active with these people. If you are at the trade shows, stay active with them. And you got to know your product. So I've seen this a billion times. I've actually kind of tested my theory. These companies are going to hire the most muscular guys and the most bodacious looking chicks. Good looking girls are going to bring people to the booths. Am I right? I'm not being a chauvinist pig. I'm telling you right now, girls bring people to the booth. Muscular guys bring people to the booths. You have to be a study of the product, whether you're a genius or you're really not as smart as the next person. And I'm not, I'm an idiot myself, but I know my product. Okay. If someone comes up and says, hey, Big J, why are you pushing this product? Well, it tastes good, and it really works. It's a really good product. Those are the three most dumb things that you can say as a representative. Tastes good is great, okay? Works good is great, but you need to be able to follow up with, it works good because of the X in the product that really gives me the feeling of X or Y. It works. I really like this product because when I wake up in the morning and it's supposed to help me wake up, I'm wide awake as soon as I take the product because of this ingredient that's in the product. Know the ingredients in a product. You probably can't remember all of them, but if you're really hard set on selling X product, you need to know what the ingredients are in that product. So know your product. Big pet peeve of mine. Being in companies and working, of course, back when I first started, there was no such thing as cell phones. If they were this big and nobody carried around at these trade shows, but stay off your cell phone. Okay, when you walk by a booth and there's people, and of course this is when you get hired, but when you walk by these booths and there's people sitting down, not engaging with the public, not trying to push samples, and you are a salesperson, you have to say, hey, would you like to try a sample? And if they say no, hey, okay, have a nice day, don't get really mad at somebody that says no, but keep your cell phone up. Post a picture, do a little story, and then put your cell phone up, because if somebody's walking by and you're looking at your phone and you're scrolling through your social media, you're talking to your boyfriend or girlfriend, somebody's going to walk by and look at the table and wait for you to engage with them. And if you do not engage, you're going to turn right or left immediately and walk away. You've lost a sale. If I was the owner and I was watching that, I would say, hey, put your cell phone up. You just lost a potential sale. These guys are paying me so I can pay you. So please, stay off your phone. Keep that in mind, all of you guys. I know I've seen you guys and gals sit there at shows that I've hosted, and I watched so many sales walk right out the door because people just couldn't get off their phone. Leave that thing in your pocket, okay? Point number 12, I know I skipped 10 and 11, but those were part of the know your product and stay off your phone. Point number 12, always, strive. Always strive to go forward, okay? I think that's what I'm saying. Posting, move up to move. Okay, yeah. Always strive to move forward. So if you get hired to receive $50 a month, either in cash or in product, that's, a bottom level entry. That's somebody that does have no experience, or you've got a lot of experience that they just don't have an opening yet. Make sure that you're striving to go forward. So do what you're told to do at that entry level position, and keep asking, hey, how can I become a representative to where I go to the stores and I'm a booth rep, or I'm a store rep, or I'm a sales rep? The salespeople make good money if they sell. You've got to be able to sell your product. So you got to know your product. You've got to have good contacts, but you've got to continue to excel. You can't get tired of, I'm tired of posting this stuff, and you're 3 weeks into it and you got a year contract. You can't get tired of what you were begging for. So make sure, again, you read the contract, you know what you're supposed to do, you got no problem with it, you clean everything up, you get a good headshot, you put good bullet points, and you know that when you go to represent the company, you stand behind the product, okay? You cannot, and that's another point, stand behind the product. I might have left it off of here, but make sure that you agree. Make sure that you like the pre-workout. Make sure that you like the taste of the protein. Make sure that you like brand X. Make sure that you cannot just sell it because you're told to sell it. Make sure that you agree and like it and know the product. And it's self-explanatory. Just stand behind the product. Don't go when they come up and say, hey, what do you think of this pre-workout? There's another one that's a lot more stronger over there and tastes a lot better. But hey, I'm getting paid to tell you that I like this product, and here, buy it. That's the worst approach you can take. And I've heard that. I've heard that they didn't like the taste of the product. Or I've heard that they thought that the different product was stronger. So make sure that you stand behind it. Here's another point that's not on my notes, but be careful what you say to people that you don't know and people that you do know, because every industry there's backstabbers, okay? You got to know this, and I'm trying to keep it as real as possible, and I want to stay as positive, but there's always somebody out there that's jealous, okay? Always somebody that does not like that you have something better than them, and it may not be better. It's something that they don't have and they want, but they can't have it, or they're not capable of having it. And if you slip out, man, I can't wait to get out of this contract and move on to so-and-so or company X, or man, I'm just here for the buck, or I really don't like this product, but whatever. That'll get out. So whether you like the product or not, and you should if you're begging to work for this company, but whether you like the product or not, don't talk crap about it. That's a huge pet peeve of mine too. Don't talk crap about it, especially the company you work for. Don't talk crap about other companies' products, and don't talk crap about other people. Plain and simple. I'm really close to the end. Let me finish up here. Trade shows, sales. Last point. Don't quit your day job. Okay. More than likely, 99.9% of you will not start out at $10,000 a month with a supplement company or a t-shirt company or whatever. Excuse me. Allergies are killing me. Sorry. So you're not going to be able to quit your day job, especially if you have a family that you're providing for and you have a house and a car and payments and kids in school and soccer and college, and the list goes on. A lot of you guys and gals are still living at home, which is great, but eventually you're going to have to move out, get your own place, move into a house, have huge payments. So if you have a job making X amount of money per month, per year, make sure that this supplement industry does not take over your life. Yes, get your workouts in. Yes, be positive. Yes, eat properly, but make sure you're making enough money to support yourself, and then do the supplement stuff on the side, have a good time. And eventually, if you're on fire for it, and this is my 35th year doing workouts, 23rd year owning a gym, so I've been in the supplement in the industry for a while, 3rd year owning my own supplement, and doing extremely well, way better than I thought I ever would, but doing well. You got to make sure that the jobs incorporate payment to your financial plan. You got to live. You got to set up your retirement. You got to make sure your kids are taken care of. If you have kids, you got to make sure that car payment's made, because they'll come and get it if you don't, I promise. So with that being said, I'll go over the points real quickly. Again, I hope this helped out. I hope you guys are having a fantastic 2017. I know there's a lot of you that ask me this all the time. I really hope that this helps. But 1, clean up your social media. 2, have a good picture for yourself. 3, get good bullet points. Let me look at some of these other points. 4, make sure that you're asking the company that you're applying at what you can do for them, not how much money you're going to get from them. That, of course, will come up later. Just make sure that you know, or they know, that you're there for them. Know that there's tons of you, and you can be expendable at any given time. So be careful with how you treat people. Believe in the product. I'd already talked about that twice. I'm sorry I double spoke that, but you gotta believe in the product, and you gotta know the product. You gotta know the ingredients, especially if you're going to sell it. Follow the directions of the companies that you work for. Do not fray or stray from those directions, because that's grounds for dismissal. Stay active on your social media with people that are asking you, especially about your products. And I would venture to say that you really need to stay active, period. That way people believe in you, and they know that you trust or enjoy your companionship back and forth on social media, the extended families, because they will start to like you. And if you start pushing, or not pushing, but working for a company because of your generosity and because of your time that you spend with them, more than likely you're going to be able to make some sales, and that puts money in the store, in the company's product or pockets, and that puts money back in your pocket. Blah, blah, blah. Stay off your phone. Go to these trade shows and be active in the trade shows. Don't quit your day job. Hope this helped out. I will have more videos coming soon. If you did not know, I have a pre-workout and an amino acid, Big J's Intensity pre-workout and Intra Intensity, that will be listed in the description box, as well as at this very moment, I'm sampling new flavors for my products, so stay tuned for that. And I hope, again, you have a fantastic 2017. Until next time, Intensity Rules, train hardcore. Leave some questions in the description or on the comment section below. I'd love to correspond with you, and we'll see you next video.